Okay, last final team, and then the judges are going to go off, and we're going to come back with the results. So, Team 5, take it away.
Good morning. Good morning. You've heard a lot about scary viruses, people dying in their cars, but I have a much scarier scenario. Wrap it up. Finding a parking spot. I'm CEO of ePark. So before we begin, I'd like to ask Mr. Diamond,
yes, sir.
How long did it take you to find a parking spot today?
I've been here a few times, and today wasn't too bad because it's, maybe it's early. I don't know why it was easy, but it's easy today.
I'm glad to hear it.
Yes.
What's the longest it's ever taken you to find a parking spot?
A long time. The airport, goes to Miami Airport, it takes 15, 20 minutes.
15, 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Dr. Kawanawi. Tony.
Yeah, go ahead. That's it.
Good guy. Hails from the lands of California, where she taught at a university, and she described to us that it took her often 45 minutes to find a parking spot, in which she'd have to walk 45 minutes to her office.
Yes.
The average motorist, meaning all of you, spends a total of 106 days of their lifetime just searching for a parking spot. This is time you could be using the bathroom, conversing with a loved one, or more importantly, making money. 106 days times 24 hours times, for all you CEOs, $100 an hour is $250,000. Now that can fund multiple college educations or a Ferrari. So without further ado, we are ePark, and this is our solution.
Hi, I'm Olivia Smith, the chairman of ePark, and before I get started, we have folders for you to just describe what ePark is all about. We only have 4. The problem that many people face, including all of you in this room, is having to find a parking spot. The big issue now is in college universities. Some people have to spend an hour to find just a parking spot, and using ePark will allow you to look for a parking spot much easier and simpler.
Okay, I'm going to tell you guys how this works. Here's our solution. So first you drive to a college campus, say, or football stadium, and you open your app. The first screen asks you where you are, so wherever you're closest to where you would like to park. Then you click your location, and then it goes to the next screen. The next screen is who are you? So if you're at a college, there are certain things like teachers, students, administration, everybody has different parking spots and assignments, like where you can and can't park. So you say, I'm student or visitor or whatever, you click student, and it shows you the available parking garages you're able to go to. After that, you can, the screen pops up of the different car garages that you are able to go to, so you click on the one closest to your building, and then it shows you a map of the parking lot with the red spots are the ones that are occupied, and the green ones are the ones that are vacant, you can go to. Also, the way this would work is, this is just a prototype for high school students, but this job done. It's just a sensor that they would sort of look like this. The first one on top is one that would be placed in front of the parking spot. It would be able to cover 2 parking spots going diagonally side to side. And the second one is one that would hang for indoor parking spots, so it's not in the way of the cars. But anyway, the first one is indestructible, so it would not matter. That's our solution.
Hi, my name is Daniela. I'm the CMO of ePark. And so you're probably wondering who we're going to sell this to. Well, given the constant problem of finding a parking space, and especially on college campuses, we thought it would be best, as previously mentioned, to start small and stick around the college and university areas. So, through this, making music for now and before we expand on a larger market and basically see how it works, test test it out, and so for the competition, with our product, it's so unique, there's not much competition out there for us to go up against. The only two that we could find would be another app called Spot Finder and traditional valet parking. Spot Finder is an app used in highly populated areas, and it's the only real purpose that it serves is to find the cheapest parking spot around, so you're still having to pay for it, even though it's a free app. And with valet parking, you have to trust someone you don't know with your car, and you're still paying a lot of money. Opposed to ePark, where you download a free app, and you get to find your spot. It's completely free.
Hi, I'm Gabby, and I'm the COO of ePark. So you've heard a lot about our app, but you're probably wondering how we're expecting to generate revenue. We plan on doing this a couple different ways. One being through advertising. Since we are marketing towards college students, we plan on having advertisements towards the bottom of the screen that have to do with things that relate to them, such as half-price textbooks, clothing, restaurants, different kinds of things like that. We also plan on doing this through partnering with the university to have an option where they can reserve parking spots through the application, which also saves the university time and money since they don't have to hire someone to do it for them, and it also cuts down on all the confusion of where to park. We also plan on doing this through the installation and the setup of the equipment, such as the cameras, because without them you couldn't have the application work. So I have a question for everyone. How many of you guys like free stuff? Raise your hand. Everyone likes free stuff. Well, our application is free. All you have to do is download it, and it's already ready for you to use. A couple of benefits for the university is that there is organization of parking spots. Students will have assigned parking spots, and it will provide useful data for them to know who comes in and out of their parking lots all day. Since FGCU has around 14,000 students and only 5,000 parking spots, you can see the major issue, and this isn't even one of the biggest universities in the United States. So this is a big problem, and we have a video to show you.
It's actually very hard to hear, but Christy Sarlo is here, so you're comfortable.
So you'd like me to go live?
Yes, please.
Okay. All right. I shared with the students, I actually attended the University of Florida, and for those of you who are familiar with the campus, it's another university where parking is at a premium. My freshman year, my first week on campus, I was very unfamiliar with the university. I was headed across campus with an SUV full of my girlfriends. We were there to go to Sorority Row and visit the sorority houses because we were going to go through the rush process. We drove around for about 30 minutes. I couldn't find a parking spot, so I let all my girlfriends out so they could go inside. I proceeded to continue to drive around for over an hour and actually didn't know where to leave my car. I was afraid to park somewhere on a curb because I didn't want my car to be towed. I didn't know anything about the town, and I couldn't find a parking spot. So instead, I just gave up and I went back to the dorm. And ultimately, I did not end up rushing and joining the sorority. And still to this day, I think back and I'm like, I think it's because I couldn't find a parking spot.
Hello, my name is John Zernecki. I'm the Chief Financial Officer at ePark, and we presented you with the problem. We presented you with our solution and the market strategy that we're taking to fix this issue. And how is this relevant with numbers? So let's take a look. We've estimated the unit cost at $6, and that includes the manufacturing and the installation. And then we're going to sell those units to the universities and other urban businesses for $7. But that's not our main source of revenue, which actually comes from the ads. So the advertisers can choose to either go by CPM or CPC. And CPM is per 1,000 views, which will cost $5. And CPC is per view, which is $1. So they can choose which one they want to use and place that on the bottom of the ad. Here's our financial projections. The first year, as you can see, the costs go above the revenue, and our profit is below $200,000. And by the second year, we're starting to make our gains back up with $200,000. And by the third year, we're starting to see some leaps towards a successful company at $700,000 in profit. And by the fourth year, our profit has doubled at $1.4 million. The initial investment required to start up the company will be $60,000 in manufacturing, $20,000 in sales and marketing, and $100,000 in admin and R&D, and finally $20,000 in legality, totaling $200,000. And with that, I'm going to hand it over to Carson, the CEO. There you go.
Besides our great team, we have a lovely advisory board. Dr. K, Christy Sarlo, Brandon Phillips, and Mike Willis, who is somewhere. There he is. The best thing about our solution is that finding a parking spot is never going to be an issue that disappears. And it's a problem that everybody's going to have. So, we're at U-Park, and this is our solution. Thank you.
Final question from the judges?
I'll jump in. I love the idea, great idea. I think it has a lot of merit. It's, from what I understand, it's two devices. You have a device that's going to go in a parking area to kind of define what's available and what's not available. And then you have an app that customers will have download on their phone or something like that, so that they can tell where the parking spaces are. And then there's the revenue model. I like it a lot. That you've got directed ads to that customer that has the app on their phone and find out ads are coming to them before they just pull it to a location. Question I have for you: what to get you launched? What would you add to your team that you currently have to get you there? Do you need a CTO? I mean, a technology person, so it can
I am the
product, the
CTO,
app.
I forgot to mention.
What are you missing that you need to add?
That we need to add, well, what would be really useful is a team of engineers to help finish the already designed product, maybe make it a little bit more simpler and cheap, and make the cost to make them cheaper.
How are you going to get the information from the individual units at the parking spots to the internet? So
They are infrared sensors, much like in bathrooms. When you go to put your hands under the sink, it senses that your hands are there. They'll be like that. They sense that the cars are there or not, and then it goes through a wireless signal and connects with the Wi-Fi around the college campus, and then that'll project it to the app.
Any other questions?
What is the potential of revenue per client? How do you estimate on the cost per unit? What would be the...
We actually have, it's a $200,000 initial investment with 15% equity. So by the fourth year, you will return all your money of the investment, and by the fifth year, you'd be making around $1 million already.
And it won't be just universities. Eventually, it'll go to airports, football stadiums, and anywhere there's a parking lot.
repeat again what's generating the revenue.
What's generating the revenue is the ads, and we compared our product to other top apps in the marketplace, and they actually generate around $40,000 to $50,000 a day, which would be around $14.2 million a year. But of course, our app is not that popular to start off with, but it has the potential to greatly exceed that, and that's what we based our revenue off of.
Yeah, it's free, like, we wouldn't get it. And then also to generate more revenue, we were thinking about getting into getting suppliers from online places like Alibaba or going to China and getting stuff manufactured there, make it cheaper.
Just one comment too, is to accelerate your business and really get it launched, I think if you have the investment dollars to get you started, I think your advertising revenue is going to be so great that you could place these for free, and then you could get into more locations, like airports, schools, shopping malls, and just go to those locations and say, we're going to sell these for free in your parking lot, and then we're going to have all these people download ads and the app that we have for free as well. So now you've got something that's out there covering and blanking the market really quickly, and then you've got those ad dollars that will come in. Great job.